Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I begin to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest, and I could tell very clearly that the collective consciousness is balancing itself out. Because the water stone is in the water, the nature stone is in the nature, but somehow your earth stone is not at home and your mineral stone is not in the mineral. And this is highly suggestive that some of you may be in a space where you're searching for which way to go, searching for a home, searching for a place you belong. What I'm seeing here is that some of you may be trying to find people or places that are more in alignment with the kind of person that you are. Because your spirit guide stone or your ancestor stone and your higher team stone is sitting in the community, in the mineral. And this lets me know that this has more to do with the energy of you being a healer, a diviner, an intuitive person, a spiritual being, making its landing or making your energy known. This is some part of you or a part of you that you cannot deny or hide. The mere essence of the energy that you're radiating will be made visible. But somehow there is some degree of confusion when it comes to you being in community. Even when you try to pull your energy back to recover yourself from the amount of chaos that may ensue from you stepping out, maybe trying to build relationships, trying to build friendships, something always happens. Somehow it always goes belly up. And what I can see is that some of you have turned that energy in on yourself, thinking that something is wrong with you. Where am I? Who am I? And where do I belong? But the energies are showing me two different messages of the reason why you may be encountering such an energy at this time. And the first is speaking to your power. You cannot be of this high vibration, of this high energy, and not claim your power. Stand grounded and firm within who you are and be hidden away, tucked away from the masses. No matter where you go, even if it's to the grocery store, somehow people will take notice of your energy. Because I can see all the stones here piled up around your power. It's something that you carry. It's within you. And people know that there is something different about this energy. About your energy. It's almost like a breath of fresh air. And people are wanting to figure out who you are and what you're about. That's one message that I'm seeing here. The attraction to you may be overwhelming. You may be wondering why people are always bothering you, why people are always asking for your number or asking for your Instagram, your social media, some way to keep in touch, some way to follow you. What I can see here is some of you stepping out into the open, and your mere energy makes people want to dive deep to figure out who this person is. It's very angelic, very divine energy that you're exuding out. And this is partially due to you maintaining a certain energetic level. You maintain your purity, is what I'm seeing here. And this cannot be denied. You will not be denied, is what I'm hearing them say. Whatever it is you're seeking, you will make your way towards it. Because your energy is also carrying this magnetic pull to it, drawing in whatever your heart's desires. And the second message they're speaking to is your ability to wield it in, to draw in energies. And you will first see this through your relationship dynamics. You will see this by way of people. Because the relationship stone is here next to your earth stone, meaning that there are people that will be indicators for you, guiding you towards the home that you seek, the home that you're materializing, the home that you're manifesting. But lo and behold, there is this energy of your manifestation ability that carries a certain sophistication to it, a certain science to it. You may not be aware of it, and some of you may be very keen to it. You may be working with it. You may be materializing or writing down certain affirmations, certain visions, certain dreams that you're having, and intuitive pulls that you're feeling at the back of your head. It's like the visions that you see is coming from another world, another dimension, and you're able to draw in everything that you see. But this energy is more in alignment for those of you who are trying to pull in a home, a space, a certain energetic frequency that is radiating on the same wavelength that you're on. You long to belong. You long to have a place where your energy feels at peace. And one way you will know that you made it towards the very thing that you're manifesting, you will feel the confirmation in your body, in your soul, in your senses, because you will feel good. You will feel at peace. You will feel at ease wash over your body, that you will not be able to shake the confirmation that you feel, even though your mind may be having some resistance towards it or to it. The confirmations will synchronize itself so that you will always have a source of verification that you've made it towards the place that you longed for. Energy does not lie. And I'm very interested to see what this hesitation or why this doll is face up in terms of you feeling at home or being hesitant about confirming the place that you've landed. Or you may not be as sure that this is where you need to be. What is this hesitation that the collective may be experiencing at this time? And in reference to this hesitation or this second guessing that you may be feeling, the cards that came out were intimacy, duty to the people, encyclopedia, and forging connections. What I'm downloading here is that you may have had problems with intimacy, connecting with people on a deep level, maintaining close relationships along your journey, on your path, that has made you question or caused you trauma around getting close with people on a very deep level. Due to your journey and the healing that you have done, you have risen above to the point that your spiritual process has given you a wealth of knowledge a wealth of wisdom, a wealth of information, so much so you are a walking spiritual encyclopedia. A wealth of knowledge is what I'm seeing here. Pouring out of you, oozing out of your body. You will always have an answer. And even if you don't have an answer, your wisdom or your genius will tap you in to your bunker, which is an even larger library available at your fingertips. It comes to you like second nature. And due to this wealth of knowledge, it is pushing you between a rock and a hard place, combating the very fears of intimacy that has came to you in your world. Now this wealth of knowledge is requiring you to have a duty and responsibility to the people, because you have to share it. You have to share the information that you have. You cannot hoard this wealth of knowledge and information and keep it to yourself, knowing it all and navigating yourself in the best way possible. And it's also requiring you to forge connections, bridging the gaps, because when you do speak what you speak and say what you say, people's ears spark up, people's eyes light up, wanting to know more, which is putting you in a very unique position. Do you allow yourself to get close and move beyond your fears because of this duty as a healer that you have to the people, with the level of wealth and knowledge that you have, to forge a much more deeper connection with the world around you in order to elevate the consciousness? Wow, this is a very unique challenge that you're facing within your spirit, because you're tasked with the choice, because you do have a duty to the people by answering the call. This is very unique. This is very interesting to see. But I can understand this. This is very challenging. But you will overcome this obstacle or this hesitation that you have, because I can see it here. Ultimately, it is about a healing journey, crossing certain bridge, paying certain tolls, and the tolls that you have to pay are the weaknesses and the barriers that present in your world that you have to overcome to advance, to elevate to the next level. Oh, you can hoard all the wealth of knowledge and advance yourself as you see fit. You're going to be good either way. But if you want to reach a higher level in your spiritual journey, overcoming fears is the initiation process. And what you will find once you do this, once you get past this hurdle, you will have a much richer and much deeper connection with the spirit world. Because the insight and the award that you're going to gain by you successfully crossing the finish line is the abundance or the flow of wisdom that you have access to regarding the other world. An otherworldly energy that's waiting to pour into you another layer of information and wisdom that is coming from the other side. So if you are embracing the idea that you are this spiritual encyclopedia, having another layer or another bunker of books and wealth of knowledge within your being, please, it won't even compare to the level of wisdom and insight that will be made available to you. I'm speaking of ancient wisdom. I'm speaking of spiritual technologies that your spirit guides or your spirit team have been preserving for you like an inheritance. They put it in a trust fund. And in order for you to release this funds into your account, you must get beyond certain fears. You must achieve certain levels. That's what I'm seeing here. A wealth of knowledge, even deeper, even more profound. Period. Wow, that was very interesting. Thank you all for being with me tonight. And if you're still here and these messages have resonated within your spirit, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, at this time, I'm going to shift the energy to get off of this current stream of consciousness to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with you all at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective at this time? And the cards that came out were trust your intuition, boiling, current, and joy. What I'm downloading here is that the higher energies are telling me to let you know to trust your intuition. It is more powerful than you give it credit for. It is leading you in the direction that's in your spiritual best interest. And what you may feel in the midst of all of this that may be pushing back against what your mind is used to is what you're feeling. Because I can feel a sense of boiling of the water. Something is boiling in your world. You're hungry. You're hungry for something. Your spirit is wanting and desiring a high wave or a current. What I'm seeing is excitement. What I'm feeling is joy. You're tired of the mundane. You're tired of the same routine, the same pattern, the same shifts. It is boiling over. You're ready to ride a new current. You're ready to get on a new wave. And the higher energy are kicking in to say your intuition is leading you to the highest wave possible, which is suggestive of a new timeline, a new world that is trying to push you towards. So don't be afraid or don't be weary if things aren't going in the way that you expect them to go. Go with the flow of your intuition. Get past the first level. The water is boiling, meaning the food is being prepared. Your food is cooking. The hunger that your spirit is yearning for will be satisfied. The mere fact you can feel the heat from the water boiling should solidify something within you that lets you know it's almost ready. It's almost ready. It is more beneficial for you to get your spirit prepared for what's to come. Because once it flows, it will be like a tsunami, bringing you into the very place in which your soul desires. And you know it. The energies are moving in your favor. And I can't pinpoint exactly what this is or what your spirit is yearning for. Your intuition knows it. But what I can see here in the stones is the energies that are piling up, verifying or reaffirming what's awaiting you. It will open the door. It will open the floodgates of the very dreams that have been protected, of the very visions that you've always seen for yourself. It is coming into reality. It is coming to the existence within the paradigm that you live in. Embrace the change and allow yourself to change and transform and honor yourself. But I am very interested. I'm going to see if the cards will let me know what you guys are yearning for. because I can feel the heat of what's boiling over for you, and I can feel your desires burning, yearning for something more than what is currently available for you, even though the glimpses of this new reality is showing up like raindrops, showing up in driplets like water coming out of a faucet that has yet to be turned off. But it has yet to be turned on. But once it does, by God, what is this manifestation that the collective is yearning for at this time? I'm going to tap into your energies to see if it will give me a little bit more insight. And the cards that came out were No, Energy Vampires, Heritage, Direction, and Cutting. What I'm downloading in reference to the collective desire, you're longing for a space where you no longer have to be attacked by energy vampires, where you no longer have to be a scapegoat, you no longer have to carry the brunt of other people's wounds, of other people's shortcomings. You're tired of being the punching bag. You're tired of helping people put out their fires constantly. You're putting up boundaries enough to say no. No more. No more. You're no longer desiring to be in a space where your energy is being depleted, where you're being sucked on by leeches, draining your source of energy. What you're desiring is to create or be in a space where you can be free and help as you see fit, where you're gaining energy, where you're being fueled, where you're being poured into, where you're being loved, where you're getting a sense of vibrance, elevation, joy, and love, abundance. Heritage came out, and there was something either in the first or second message, I'm not sure where it came from, but it's about your birthright or your trust fund or your inheritance. There's something in your spiritual heritage where you know that you are to be more, or you deserve better than what you have been receiving. You deserve better than that. The level of freedom. This isn't even, I can see the monetary gain and so much abundance in it, but that's not even the core of this energy that I'm downloading. This is about the freedom of your spirit. This is no longer being tired of always being pushed back against. Because you're of the light, because you're always willing to close your mouth and keep the peace, you have been taking a lot of hits, well more than you deserved. And no one has came to the bat for you. No one has defended you enough to say, no, not this one. So you have taken a lot of beatings and bruises on your journey. But now you're headed into a whole new direction. And that's what's boiling over. A new version, a new reality of how to exist in this plane without being used in this way, without being abused in this way. Your spirit is so light, like a feather. But the intensity of your energy is very powerful. Though you're light as a feather, you're heavy as a brick. You have things to do. You have desires you want to take on. But it's hard to do that when you're constantly being berated, when you're constantly being attacked. And you're not attacked because you've done something wrong. It's because you're doing something right. You always want to make the peace. You want to be the truth teller. But in the space that you've been in, and the people that you've been surrounded by, being a truth teller makes you a target. You no longer want to be the bull's eye. You now want to empower others. Not only that, you want no parts of it at all. You want to live in peace. You want to live in abundance. You want to be around people who want to make themselves better. You want to be around people who will carry their own cross, carry the brunt of their own labor, receive the fruits from what they've worked for, and share what they have done, or the cultivation of what they have put in. You want to be around those kinds of people. Now you're cutting things off at the head. You are not giving people any chances anymore. This boiling that I'm feeling is not only about the heat that is coming from what's awaiting you. This is also you carrying a certain level of intensity, a sharpness, a no nonsense policy surrounding your energy and what you will and will not tolerate. If people are coming to you with negativity, you're cutting it. If people are coming to you and blaming you for their problems, you're cutting them. If people are looking at you while they make the same mistakes day in and day out and looking at you for a way out, you're cutting it. People coming at you with negative energy, hostility, cutting it. Call you the samurai. You are boiling with the lack of tolerance for negative energy. No, this is what you're cultivating. A new world, a new space for yourself to embrace love, to embrace joy, to embrace the more fruitful side of life and all that comes from it. Because the reality is that you know that you need to pull in all the dreams and visions that you have. In order for you to do that, you need to be in a certain vibration. You need to be around people who are carrying the same energy. And with this materialization or the manifestation of these higher energies coming together, you all will not stop from materializing the very visions that you see, because you all know is of higher good. You are creating the very world that you desired for yourself. And now that is so close in proximity, you can feel it. And you're cutting off any and everything that's in your way that will even attempt to stop you. Even if you think their energy will stop you, you're cutting it out. This is the energy that you're on. And this energy is allowing you to pull in this new version of the reality you see yourself in. You're seeing the divinity of your energy, and you know what is required. You know what you need at this time in order to pull it in. And you're so close. I can feel it. My arms, I'm wiping the sweat off of me. This is how close it is. At your fingertips. Period. Wow. You are not to be messed with at this time. Listen, if people are around you thinking that you're operating in the old version of you, thinking that you're operating in the version where you did not have boundaries, you did not have standards, they're going to be met with a different side of you. So I can understand why you're hesitant. I can understand the complex energies that you're dealing with at this particular time. But hats off to you, because you're bringing it in. You're bringing it in. This healthier version of what the world needs to see. Because where you come from, you may not have the proper models or someone modeling this version of what it is, but you're doing it. And you're seeing what it's costing you to get there. But guess what? You have the funds to cash it in. Period. Thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy. I love this. Thank you all because it is you. It is you who are pulling in these messages. Thank you all for being here. And what I will do is come down from this very hot blazing fire, and I will take this time to shut this down, and I will see you all at